There is a famous dialogue from a film: "The greatest warrior in this world is a mother." This even sounds true because it is only a mother who fights the whole world to protect her children and does everything for them that no one else can. But is every mother really like that? You may say yes, but we claim that once you watch this video till the end, your opinion will change. Today's story is even more horrifying, about a mother who crossed all limits of cruelty. To know the complete story of this shocking house of horror, stay with the video till the end. You may have never seen or heard such a terrifying incident before. Well, before moving ahead, subscribe to the Crime Key Kahani channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. This entire story is from Detroit, the largest city in the U.S. state of Michigan. In the eastern part of the city lived a woman named Mitchell Blair. She had 4 children. She had already separated from her husband because of a dispute, and she lived with her 4 children in a rented house. She also paid for the kids' school fees and the household expenses, but eventually she lost her job. Expenses continued to grow. For some time, she managed by borrowing money from friends and relatives, but that couldn't continue forever. After a point, they refused to give her more loans. As a result, Mitchell Blair failed to pay her rent on time. Months passed, but she couldn't pay. She even withdrew her children from school, saying she would homeschool them. Meanwhile, when her unpaid rent reached nearly $2,000, the landlord asked her to vacate the house. Even after repeated requests, several more months passed, and Mitchell neither paid rent nor vacated the house. Finally, the landlord went to court. After the complete hearing, the 36th District Court issued a final eviction notice, but she still didn't leave. So the court sent a team to evict her. On the morning of March 24th, 2015, Mitchell Blair was out somewhere with her children. The workers knocked several times but got no response. At last, they used a spare key and entered the house to begin the eviction. They started removing furniture and other items. When they tried to move a freezer kept in the living room, they found it unusually heavy, so they opened the freezer and saw that it was completely filled with ice. Thinking it would be easier to move if the ice was removed, they began emptying it. But beneath the ice, they found a large plastic bag. When they cleared the ice and opened the bag, everyone present was shocked to the core. Inside the bag was the body of a girl. The workers immediately called the police. When the police arrived and further checked the freezer, they found another body, this time of a boy. Everyone was stunned. The police began searching for the woman living there, Mitchell Blair. With the help of neighbors pointing out places she often visited, the police conducted raids, and within a few hours arrested her. At the time of arrest, she had only 2 children with her. She had 4 in total. When asked about the other 2, she gave no clear answer. Police brought her back to the house and asked her about the 2 bodies found in the freezer. She again gave no proper reply, only said, "I'm sorry." She was taken into custody, and interrogation began. What she revealed during questioning shocked everyone. According to her confession in August 2012, one day she returned home from work and found her youngest son, Matthew, doing some inappropriate activity with a plastic doll. She asked him where he learned that from and whether anyone did such things to him. Matthew replied, "Yes, Stephen always does that to us." Stephen was her eldest son. Hearing this, Mitchell Blair became furious. She ran upstairs to the 2nd floor where Stephen was in his room. She asked him whether he had done such a thing. When he answered yes, she punched him hard in the face. Then she began beating him mercilessly. When Stephen fell to the ground, she wrapped a large plastic bag around his head and continued beating him. She kept torturing him until he became unconscious. When Stephen regained consciousness a few hours later, she beat him again, this time pouring boiling hot water on his private parts. The skin around the area began to peel off. His face was still wrapped with plastic, and his mouth stuffed with cloth so he couldn't scream. After pouring the hot water, she tied a belt around his neck and hung him from it. When he passed out, she dropped him down again. This torture continued for 2 weeks. And on the August 30th, 2012, 9-year-old Stephen died from his injuries. If anyone found out, she would face severe punishment. So she told no one and placed Stephen's body in the large deep freezer in the living room. She threatened the other 3 children. If anyone tells anyone about this, the same will happen to you. Terrified, they stayed silent. Time passed. Since the children were no longer going to school, nobody checked on them. They barely interacted with neighbors, and their father was not present either. Relatives were already distant due to unpaid debts. No one noticed Stephen's disappearance. 9 months later, another dreadful incident occurred. According to her confession in May 2013, she discovered that her daughter, Stony Blair, was also doing inappropriate things with her younger brother Matthew. Again, Mitchell lost control. She beat Stony brutally, locked her in a room, and left her without food or water for days. She only opened the door when she wanted to beat her again, due to the continuous torture. Stony died in May 2013. At the age of 13, Mitchell then placed Stony's body in a large plastic bag and put it on top of Stephen's body inside the same freezer. She claimed that after killing them, she wanted to surrender, but her youngest son Matthew begged her not to leave, saying he couldn't live without her. So instead, she bought plastic bags from the market and stored the bodies in the freezer. In that same room, next to the freezer containing the bodies, was Mitchell Blair's bed. She slept peacefully every night with 2 corpses just a few feet away. By 2015, she had been living with the bodies for 3 years. She had terrified the remaining 2 children so much that they never dared to speak. When police asked if she felt any fear or regret, she said she had no remorse, because according to her, the 2 children had abused their little brother and deserved the punishment. She even said, "I didn't kill my children. I killed demons." After this chilling confession, the police took the 2 surviving children into protective custody. The bodies were sent for autopsy. Mitchell was charged with multiple counts, including murder. During the court hearings, her parental rights were terminated, and the 2 surviving children were moved to Child Protective Services for adoption. Throughout the trial, Mitchell never appeared remorseful. She yelled at judges and officials. When asked why she took such extreme steps, she said that when she was a teenager, she too was sexually abused. When she told her mother, she was told to stay quiet and forget it. She claimed that she suffered for years in silence, and she didn't want her youngest son to go through the same pain. So, she believed the 2 children deserved punishment. After a long trial, on June 17th, 2015, Mitchell Blair was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. She will spend the rest of her life behind bars. Investigators later found no proof that the younger child had been abused, making her claims seem false. Today, no official information is available about the surviving 2 children. Their identities are kept confidential for their safety. Meanwhile, Mitchell Blair is still serving her life sentence in a Michigan prison. Even when the court sentenced her, she showed no emotion and refused to appeal. Mitchell Blair's crime has certainly tainted the sacred word mother. Yet, despite everything, there is no doubt that the greatest warrior in this world is still a mother. Let us know in the comment box if you liked our effort. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now and turn on the notifications. We'll meet again with another true crime story. Thank you.